Hello everyone, DonTheCrown here, and you may have heard that there's a new trade overlay for Path of Exile 2, and I kind of just want to show it off for you real quick. You can find this by going to the website PoE overlay.com and download for PoE2. I believe this runs on Overwolf, and so if you have that already installed, it'll just very quickly install itself. You might have to install PoE, you might have to install Overwolf to make it work though. And let's just talk about kind of what this does. Price checker, trade helper, and more. So basically it'll have this little window that pops up here where it kind of like tracks what character you are on. And right now it seems to have a thing where like it should be tracking your time spent in maps per instance. This is not working for me at all right now. Haven't really tested out the campaign stuff here, but you see some of the stuff. Like I've bopped into town a little bit, but this doesn't seem to actually be doing a really good job tracking at all. But it's really for the trade stuff that you're really looking for here. We have a whole bunch of like preferences and stuff, but basically if you hold Alt E over a piece of gear, like so, it'll pop up and you can search for this particular stuff, and anything that you want to click on here will highlight it. So you can see here that Advanced Feather Robe is about 1 Exalt here. And so it kind of gives me an idea. Without the item level here, it's back down to like barely any currency. And this is useful for a whole mess of stuff. So you can use this on like jewels or uniques, especially. So if I'm like, hey, what about this? Like, you know, Arvel's wheel, is this any good? And this kind of like allows you to price check stuff really quick. Now, unfortunately, some of this stuff is not going to be all that great. But we have a random trade here, as we can see here. So what I can do is the message comes in here. I can click invite, and it'll invite the guy to the group. And then I know this is my exact price tab. And so this is getting highlighted right here with the honor braid. And I can just click trade. Now, if I wanted to go to their hideout, I just click the hideout button. But there we go, 25 exalts in the pocket. Not a paid actor. And I'm just going to click finished. And says thank you, have a nice day, and good luck. And you can customize this. Now there's a couple other nice features on here, like you can item highlight. I don't think you really need that because it does that automatically. But one of the things I do like is who is, and this does work if you're like sending a message to buy something from somebody. It will like check to see where they're at, and it's typically just /who is that character's name, and that lets you know like, hey, this guy is like AFK in their hideout, or maybe they're in like a trial or something. You can see what's going on, and you can totally like not stalk them and figure out exactly when they're leaving their map, so you can like message them then again and just figure out what's going on. Now if you click the item gone button, that will let the person know that, hey, that item is already gone. And I'm pretty sure you can customize all this stuff here. There's like a layout thing that I'm still kind of messing with, haven't figured out this 100%, but you can like lower the opacity of stuff, and you can adjust the frame height. You can flip the trade window for reverse view, a whole bunch of different stuff. All of the messages are customizable. So like there's a wait message currently in XYZ area. Do you want to wait until I'm finished? You can add like other stuff on here as well. Are you still interested in X item for a price? This item is gone, or thank you trader, have a good day, have a nice day, and good luck. There's other hotkeys that you can set up here, like even stuff like go to your own hideout, which is a control and then numpad / thing here. For me, that's like not super duper useful, and I might probably rebind a lot of these different hotkeys. Workflow kind of gives you some additional options here for stuff, like how things want to go, and you can even decide to change the sound notifications. You might notice that the notification sound for getting a trade message here, I'll play it for you again. Can I do it again? If I send it to myself here, like a lot louder, and you could potentially make this into whatever noise you want it to be. So if you wanted to put like, I don't know, some gotcha or something in there, like I'm sure some people will do, or some sort of like anime noise, there you go. That's definitely possible. They also added the ability for you to have kind of like scroll wheel type of things. So if you press Alt Shift Q, it gives you the ability to kind of have this like pop up little window. We have things like go into hideout, go to D&D, invite last person, all that kind of stuff, and like maybe even like add different things. Doing that actually popped this back up again. So it kind of just gives me access to all of this. there's like notes and other things you can put in here. Like I know the old PoE2 macro have like all of the stuff for different mechanics hidden away and squirreled away in it. So that is there's pretty much different things you could do there. There's also this stash vendor recipes list, which is Alt-Shift-F, which when you go in here, press Alt-Shift-F. Maybe just be on the tab. Oop, there it is. I have to do this. And it just gives you the different levels. I think this is for chaos recipe. To kind of like only highlight stuff that's within a certain range. So you can potentially do a chaos recipe. I don't think chaos recipe works in PoE2. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's probably not as useful. And there's probably going to be some other things that will be useful. I'm sure that somebody will probably buy one, or not buy one, create one that lets you buy things from these guys that are only like expert or high value bases. It only highlights those things as opposed to just being a random smorgasbord of crap. But yeah, it's pretty useful overlay. I'll put a link to this down in the comments down below. This is like an overlay 100% that like doesn't, I think, directly interfere with the game client. So it should be 100% above board. One of the things that GGG looks for things to like this is that you have one button press for one server side action. So like if this like invited somebody to my group, then immediately went to their hideout and then traded them, that would be like several actions for one button press. But this is just like one button to invite them, one button to trade them, all that kind of stuff. And so hopefully this helps you out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and happy trading.